So today, let's continue this little devlog series where I tell you about how I made my current game project, Matchem, an action chill puzzle game with shapes and colors that will release on Steam at the end of the year. Before we dive in, don't forget that if you want to learn more about the project and support it, you can check out the Steam page and add it to your wishlist to help it stand out in the crowd. And if you want to go even further, you can participate in the playtest for free and become a Matchemer yourself, then give me some feedback with the online form to help me make the game better. Each and every comment I've received so far has been so helpful in improving Matchem, so a huge thanks to all the playtesters I already have, and to you if you decided to participate. So last week I showed you how I started to implement a global flow for the players with the main menu and the levels list, and although, like I said last time, I wanted to use icons to make the interface more accessible, there were still a few texts here and there that required localization. So I used Godot's great built-in tools for internationalization, and I set up a multi-language system for the UI. For now, of course, the game only has English and French translations, cause those are the only languages that I can speak. But in the future, I might add more if I can hire people to help me out. So basically, I just have some keys in my UI and in my code, and then I have this big CSV file with the English and French equivalents for each key, and then it's auto-parsed by Godot and auto-injected in the game at runtime. To continue with these accessibility features, I also added a settings menu with a variety of options to customize the game to your liking. Now, there aren't hundreds of options like in some big AAA games, but it already allows you to choose some display settings, the volume of the music and the sound effects, which language you want to use, and also more specific parameters like if you're colorblind and you like to use a specific color palette so that the gate tints are easier to distinguish. And of course, you've got a panel to remap the inputs to use to change the shape or the color of your avatar. Finally, I spent a bit of time supporting all this UI for gamepads too, so that you can navigate, focus, and interact with the controls using a controller. This was something that I hadn't really done before, and although Godot has some built-in navigation tools, so basically you have some auto-focus settings that you can use to easily have your UI focus jump from one element to the others based on their position on the screen, this wasn't working everywhere. So I did have to do a bit of manual tweaking and add some custom helpers here and there to really get the right focus flow. I also made sure to add some extra focus visuals and sounds to clearly tell players where their focus is currently, and a few extra key prompts for other actions. This makes most of the game playable with a gamepad, except for the level editor that, for now, is only available when you use a keyboard and a mouse. Cause, yeah, handling all of those options and tools with a gamepad was just way too much work for me at that point. But anyway, with these additional accessibility features, I felt like Matchem was really becoming a real game, and I was happy that I had actually implemented this everyone's invited principle that I wanted for the game. But in any case, although this was really cool, I was still missing a fundamental gameplay mechanic, the modifiers. So in the next video, that's what we'll talk about. And in the meantime, tell me, what do you think? Do you like Matchem's concept? Do you have any ideas of other features for the game? Feel free to share everything in the comments down below or with the online feedback form. And of course, don't forget to add the game to your wishlist on Steam if you want to support this project. And on that note, as always, thanks a lot for watching, and take care.